Okay, this is something I do when I'm putting things together. I use little containers. Now, I'm just using my ramekins because they were in the kitchen, easy for me to get to. But you always get a tool set. I'm going to separate all these into little containers so that they will be easy to find and easy to use when it's time to put them together. Little wood pegs. My little bowl of pretzels. The ever so helpful multi-tool that they send with you in everything. Got some big mama jammas, big screws. Look at the size of that. That's enormous. So this fits in here, or depending on what you're more comfortable with. I kind of like to use them this way when I have enough room to rotate it because I have more room to put my hands on it. So that works. Oh, and it's nice that it actually kind of grabs onto it. They don't always do that. We have two that are this size. We'll use the screwdriver for that, or the drill. And then two little bitty ones. So two that are this size. So who else says little bitty? When you're talking and that you just don't say small, you just can't say small or little, you got to say little bitty. You have to embellish just a little bit. I'm a crafter, so I'm all about the embellishments. Okay, this is important, especially if you have pets or you have kids or just for safety measures. They come with these little brackets that you put on the back, and this lets you kind of like bolt them to the wall, and it stabilizes the shelf. So if you have a dog that jumps up there, or your cat jumps up there, or a baby tries to climb on it, it doesn't topple over on them. So these are good to have for that reason. But right now, I'm not going to put these up yet because my grandchild never goes in that room, and I have no pets right now. I have a cup of coffee, and then we'll get back at it. I didn't think you wanted to see the whole thing, but it's put together, except that I need to put the big screws in, and yeah, so I'm gonna do that really quickly, and then I'll have to pick it up and put it on its side, and I will go into the craft room and move everything out. Joy! You know you're out of shape when you're out of breath putting in screws. Okay, for the screws on the bottom, they're a little bit too close to the floor for me to comfortably screw them in. So I'm just going to stand the shelf up and then continue to bolt those in from a standing position. So it's pretty much put together with little wooden pegs, with the exception of these screws that go in that lock the whole thing in place. So it's pretty easy to do. It's heavy. You know, you might need some help, but it's pretty easy to do. I'm going to have a link in the description box for this. I did get it on Amazon. And all of the little stickers that are on here, y'all don't worry, I'm not mini pearling it. I'll take these all off once I get it fully assembled. Yep, here it is. All of this stuff, that stuff, it's got to come out because I need to move some things around. And I think I'm going to put that table on that wall and put the shelf right there. God help. God help. Okay, y'all excuse the lighting. It's overhead, so you know how it is. But I want to show you what I just took out of the room. And then we're gonna drag that big mama jamma in here, okay? So here we go. These are the things that we just took out of that room. And these are things that need homes, and they need their homes inside of that cabinet. And you can see on the floor, yes, of course I'm wearing my Halloween socks. I mean, why would I not be? It's fall all the time, right? Y'all know who that is? You know who that is? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in there and get the shelf. And we're gonna see if I can maneuver it through the house and into the room. So, and this is this side of the room right now. It's not put together because I've been working, so there's a mess everywhere. And we are going to be working on this space now. I just so happen to have bins that will fit in here that I used in my other set. So I'm going to get those out and we'll start putting this together. I also got these from Amazon. They're big and you just pop it open and put the bottom in just like a regular bin and then put it in. What I like about these is it has a label on this side, or if you don't want to use a label, you can leave it like that. But we'll change these labels out as we go. And I think I'll just start on the bottom. Now, I've got a few more. I'm going to go grab the rest of those bins and pop those in there. And I'm going to be leaving probably a couple of shelves here and maybe some on the top that I don't put bins in because I want to use that to display some of my favorite decor. So that's the idea, but it may change. You know how we are as crafters. And I also wanted to add, a lot of these you'll see like business information, paper pads, mailing and shipping. Those are things that I had my office in the same space as my studio, but things changed because now I'm splitting my craft room into one room and my office stuff is going to be in the little, like the breakfast nook area, and I'll show you how I set that up once I set that up. I'm trying to be as frugal as I can about the things that I add to the house so that I'm not spending a whole lot of money at one time. So I'm just doing it a little at a time as we go along, building up my forever fall home. So I'll go grab my other bins and then we'll continue putting these things in place.